Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Notes. Now, today, I'm not even going to bother to tell you what's on the schedule because just about everything, most of the events that are in the Durham Skywriter have been canceled, including the one I was supposed to participate in. Just to promote it real quick, even though it's not happening today, every Saturday, WD Hill will be having roller skating 101 classes from 10 until noon. That's going to be every Saturday, obviously not today. But what I want to do today is to just encourage you to not panic due to this coronavirus scare. I just have a couple of tips for surviving the next couple of weeks, if you don't mind. This is information I've gleaned from other folks, and just I'm a news hound. So anyway, let me just get started, not take up too much of your day. Again, don't panic. What I want you to do is to first consider your lifestyle before just running out willy-nilly and buying whatever it is that everybody else is buying. And I think in Australia, they're out of toilet paper and they're like rationing because there's such a panic. So the concern should really be, do I have what I need to have on hand in case I'm quarantined for the next 2 or 3 weeks? And not, this is the end of times, we're all going to die. It's not that going to be that drastic. So just keep in mind that you need supplies for the next couple or 3 weeks, not the things that you're using for 2, 3 weeks, but things that you need to hoard, to use a catchword, for the next 2 or 3 weeks in case you're quarantined. In other words, you're going to buy stuff, set it aside. Let me give you some examples. Okay, as far as toilet paper. So estimate how much you or your family go through per week, and then stock enough for 3 weeks. Put it away, ignore it, pretend like you don't even have it, and then continue to buy and use toilet paper as needed. Now, you might want to buy more. You might be inclined to buy more if you can see that it's in short supply, if the shelves are almost bare. I know that a lot of people are going to the usual grocery stores. Keep in mind that Family Dollar, I'm not trying to promote anybody, but Family Dollar and Dollar Tree have plenty of toilet paper, at least I know this last time I was there. They have plenty, and most of it, a lot of toilet paper is made in the US of A. Now, practically everything I think in Dollar Tree is made in China, but there's a lot of toilet paper that we get from, like Food Line, et cetera, et cetera. It's actually made in the States, so it's not like we're going to run out unless everybody in the factory gets sick, but let's not go there. So don't panic in terms of toilet paper. That's my tips for toilet paper. Now, about hand sanitizer. I'm checking my notes here. Now, it's pretty much been all bought up for the most part. Every store I go to, it's gone, but don't panic. So when you're at home and or at work, simply wash with soap and water. That's the best, actually. Hand sanitizer is great, but it's really no substitute for soap and water. So just convince yourself and your family to settle for using soap and water instead of hand sanitizer when you're at home, at work, or wherever. Now, if you do have hand sanitizer at home, hopefully you do, because it's a good thing to always have on hand. Split it into smaller bottles. Keep one in your car. Keep one in your purse or your backpack. That's also a good idea. When you wipe off your counters, your doorknobs, don't forget your doorknobs, and especially don't forget your vehicle handles, okay, to your cars and trucks and whatever. You can use soap and water for that too. In other words, hand sanitizer should be used when soap and water is not available. That's when you go into the restaurant, you go into the fast food, you go into the stores. After you handle money and you're away from home, that's when you use the hand sanitizer. So don't use it at every turn, and that way it will last longer. Another couple of tips I have regarding that, you can use, wait a minute. Let me show you this. I don't know if you're ready for this. Check this out. Okay, so everybody's buying the disinfectants, right? Have you seen this? Simple Green disinfectant. There's plenty at Lowe's. This is under $10. This is like $9.98, and basically it's a gallon jug. Then it comes with this extra spray bottle filled with Simple Green. Now, this isn't just disinfectant. Check this out. I'm just going to actually read it. This one bottle makes 44 32-ounce bottles of disinfectant. This is what you should be buying. And they have plenty at Lowe's. They probably have it at Home Depot. I don't know, but I live just a few blocks from Lowe's. So that's where I shop. But now here's the thing. You don't go to the aisle with all the cleansers. For some reason, this is stocked and they have boxes upon boxes of this stuff where they have the lawnmowers. So I don't know. It's weird, but that's where you should go. So I shop at the Lowe's on Fayetteville. So, Fayetteville and Martin Luther King Parkway. So they've got plenty of this stuff, but it's by the lawnmowers. Okay, boxes upon boxes, $10, Simple Green, buy it. Okay. I'm not getting compensated for that message, but I'm just saying. So let me see. Oh, Colleen. Hello, Colleen. Happy to see you here. I hope you heard my tips. I have a few more tips. So another tip about hand sanitizer. Everybody's bought up all the hand sanitizer and alcohol, but they have all left the peroxide on the counters, on the shelves. So buy that up. Now, here's the thing. Peroxide is a disinfectant. Did you know that? Okay, so a lot of us have plenty of these sitting around. Check your junk drawers. They give these away willy-nilly, like this one's from WNCU at North Carolina Central University. This one is from Mechanics and Farmers Bank. This one is from the old, it's now Duke, but now the old Durham Regional Hospital. They give these away at special events. All you have to do is when they're done, and this one's just about done, you fill them with peroxide. Now with peroxide, unlike rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer, you just don't apply it and then rub it and then you're good. You actually apply it, wait a couple of seconds, and then rub, because let it set in for a couple of seconds. You might even want to spray twice, but it works, peroxide. It's all on the shelves. I went to Dollar Tree yesterday. All of the hand sanitizer and alcohol, rubbing alcohol was off the counters, off the shelves, and there were all these peroxide just sitting around. So get 1 or 2, even 3 bottles of peroxide, and get some little hand spritzers like this. If you don't have hand spritzers, you can simply just, even if you just have the open bottle, you can just dunk it onto your hands a little bit and just wait a couple of seconds and then rub. Okay, there you go. Let's see a couple more tips. Now, some people are so fixated on cleansers, they're forgetting about food. Again, the goal is to have enough supplies to last you for up to 3 weeks in case you're quarantined at home. That's what the scare is all about. It's not the end of times. Okay, so it's not like you have to stock up for the next millennium. You just need to have enough on hand for a couple of weeks. Okay, so here's the thing about food. Consider buying food that you can make in bulk that can last for a few days or a week. That's how I live anyway. I live alone, so basically I just make a vat of spaghetti and I eat it all week. And I know a lot of us have been brought up that leftovers are bad and boring and all that sort of thing. But please try to get over that, because eating the same food the next day for the next few days is not that big a deal. If you need to spice it up, if your family members are complaining, I don't want leftovers, I don't want to eat the same thing, well, make different sides every day, different desserts, whatever. But at least make sure that you have enough food in stock. What you should probably do is to buy a bunch of stuff that you can make and cook and maybe freeze and then ignore to be used if and when you're quarantined. My suggestions, again, are spaghetti that can be frozen, stews, beef stew, vegetable stew, whatever. Just try not to panic. Just buy what you need, make it, freeze it, ignore it, and then go on with your life and live as usual. I know I haven't seen too many food shortages. I know that a lot of people are buying up the usual panic items like bread. Well, there's plenty of rice, plenty of potatoes, and plenty of ingredients to make stews. You might want to buy meat, wrap it up nicely, and freeze that. I have noticed that the meat shelves seem to be a little bare. Okay. Now, another thing, make agreements with your neighbors and your loved ones that you will be available to shop for them, and hopefully vice versa as well. If they get sick, like Money and groceries can always be left on the porch at agreed times, of course, or even you even might want to meet face to face, but stay away. Like they can hand you the money through the mail slot or whatever, and you can leave the groceries on the porch and wave to each other. Try to make agreements like that, because in my case, I have an older gentleman next door and an older couple on the other side next door. So there's 3 households of seniors, and hopefully we're all going to look out for each other. Of course, the couple on the right, they have grown kids, so they're probably going to be okay. But anyway, make agreements and also keep in contact with your older relatives as well. I have, for example, a cousin who lives on the West End. She's 95. I'm definitely going to make sure she has what she needs. So make those agreements. You should be doing that anyway, but make those agreements. Let me see if I have any other tips. Oh, this is just one thing that I did for an elderly neighbor. He didn't have cash. So basically he pre-signed a blank check and gave it to me. I went and a shopping list. I went shopping for him. And then I filled in the amount at the store. So you can do that too. I know a lot of people don't use checks anymore, but if you have some old checks and they're still good, use those and have younger people or whoever to shop for you if you get sick, and make, again, agreements to do that for your neighbors. Okay, so over the weekend, I'm going to be changing the cover story of the Durham Skywriter to provide tips and information strictly for my Durham readers, or especially for my Durham readers. One thing that I can share right now is that the Durham Public Schools, although they will be closed for a while starting Monday, they're going to set up that No Kids Hungry NC program. You can look that up on the internet. That is successfully ran this summer. And that is where venues all over town, we're talking about churches, I should say houses of worship, schools, other spots, dispense food and lunch for young people. Some dispense only breakfast, some only lunch, some both breakfast and lunch. But that's being ironed out right now. I can't really give you the details, but I do know the people who run the program, and I will be able to give you firsthand knowledge, probably starting on Monday. So they're working on that right now. Now, again, they will be dispensing food to young people aged 18 and under. I think they also serve adults when they have enough food, and I think the adults pay like $1 or $2. Of course, if you're at work and you have to leave your kids at home, and I understand a lot of adults only work part-time jobs, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. I totally understand that. So you might have to have your kids to hopefully be able to walk over to the nearest venue to get fed. I hope it works out like that, because it worked really well this summer. So again, they'll be setting that up. They're setting it up right now as we speak. So that's pretty much it. So contact me on Twitter at Durham Skywriter, and I welcome all questions. I think I should be able to give you any information that you might need. Oh, let me give you the weather report real quick. I like to do that. So it's 59. In fact, it's probably 60 by now. It's partly sunny. As you know, it's a great day for shopping. Just saying. And again, let me point this out. Simple green disinfectant, under $10 at Lowe's in the outdoor garden area, you know, where the lawnmower things are. Okay. So tomorrow it's going to be 51 and rainy. So you might want to do all your shopping today. So share this out so the more Durhamites won't panic, and so they'll know what to do. And with that, you have a beautiful day. And I will see you, hopefully, if not tomorrow, then Monday. Definitely Monday, because I want to share with you the information about the No Kids Hungry NC program. With that, have a great weekend.